Models Manifest podcast. Uh, First of all, you're going to tell us about yourself, who you are. Yeah,
Um, Thank you and good morning.
yeah,
My name is Precious Vincent. I am the creative director and founder of Lead Model Management. Limited.
yeah. Okay, nice to know you. Um, Tell us how you became a talent manager. What inspired you to join the industry?
That question is always funny. But yeah, how I became a talent manager. It's almost like every other talent manager out
Mm,
there.
mm,
Most of us wanted to become a model. I wanted to be a model before. That was back then in 2017. I was in school, just getting admission. I'm like, okay, um, well, I love fashion. I love everything about fashion, lifestyle. So I ventured into modeling, but I was quite short. After a year, I I then told myself, okay, it's not for me.
mm,
But at the time, I still did not want to give up. So I did research and learned everything about modeling fashion there is to know. So the Elite Model Look competition came up that year and I decided to apply for it as a scout to
okay.
scout here in Port Harcourt in Nigeria. And funny enough, I got accepted and started working with the platform. And that was how my journey started as a scout. Back
Mm,
then, there was really no local agency that deals with international models here in Port Harcourt. We had just one recognized agency locally
mm,
in Port Harcourt. So I'm like, okay, what can I do to change that?
mm,
Because we had a lot of talents here. Had a lot of talent here, and they are not really recognized globally, or even in Nigeria at most. Like
mm,
the talents here are not recognized. It's always Lagos, Lagos, or Abuja. So I tried to do something about that, and that was how Leeds came into play. Um, all I had learned, um, being a scout with different agencies. It started with Elite Model Look, then I scouted for Best Few,
okay.
and branching out to Best um models. That's
Okay.
how that's how it started.
So how does your day looks like as a talent manager?
Sleep. I I I don't know if my journey and experience is the same with everybody, but um I'm always up.
Mm,
I'm always searching, learning new things, and I'm always online speaking with my models in Nigeria and the international models because I need to make sure that they're okay always
yeah.
and following up on their jobs and there is really no break. Even this festive period, I told myself, okay, I'm not working, but deep down I know I'm telling myself I'm lying to myself because we are always on the go. The models are always on the go, and
Mm,
there is there is really no break in fashion for us.
okay. What are the biggest challenges you faced early in your career as a talent manager, and how did you overcome them?
One of the major challenges it then was the financial parts. Because growing up, I was just a young boy. I was 17, just a young boy starting, and I had no idea what I was doing, and I had no idea how expensive it was going to be,
mm,
because going out there to scout talents, models, and most of them are not from a background that is really well to do. So the aspect of passport and
mm,
pocket money and the rest was not really there. So that was one of the major challenges I had, getting financial support to support these models and change their lives. And then the second challenge was parental support. Um,
mm.
Most African parents, as you know, like they don't see modeling as a career.
Yeah,
See it like
yeah.
a joke. Um, Prostitution that their children are going to change, and you're taking their children to for prostitution in Europe, and it was one of the major hindrances, and still an hindrance to major, like almost all the mother agents, because
Mm,
you need to be able to convince these parents that okay, they're in good hands and you are not taking their children off for prostitution. Although as of right now the work and the experience is helping to
mm,
convince parents, but there are still those ones that are really strong headed and stubborn and adamant of their kids going to school, because modeling is an unconventional job, just like
mm,
law, and Nigerian and African parents need to recognize that it is also a career path.
okay. So how do you discover and scout your faces, your stunning faces?
For me, I don't believe in open calls because
Mm,
it's a waste of time for me. I
okay.
have done several open calls, and I'm still gonna do, because you really don't know where you're gonna meet the next star. But open calls don't really work for me. So it's more of a one-on-one meet. I don't. You don't know where you're gonna you don't know where you're gonna find your next star. I can just be walking on the road and I see somebody. I don't. Back then, I used to have like a plan. Oh, I'm going out to scouts today. I'm going to the market. I'm going to the schools. But at the end of the day, you will not find what you're looking for.
Mm,
When I find my is when I am not looking for models, when I'm not scouting. And also, I have a team of scouts working for me. So, in East Africa, in Nigeria, like I have scouts that work for me, and also online submissions. My last boy, I scouted him through my email. The sister sent me an email that oh, she has a younger brother. Okay, two boys
mm,
actually. My last two boys. The one was on Instagram. The second one was on email. Their sisters sent
mm.
email that oh, they want their brother to model, and they actually fit my board, so I signed them. So yeah, scouting is very diverse. You can scout anywhere as far as you're looking at the right places.
Yeah. Are those faces are they going to Europe by January?
One is based in Europe,
Oh,
and the second one he's going to Europe by January.
wow. Looking forward to see them. What qualities or traits do you look for? Uh, Beautiful faces are ready for the development if they have passed through.
Oh, what I look for in my models,
Mm,
number one, one most important thing, you must have personality, or at least something there to work with.
mm,
If you have
mm,
zero personality, no matter how stunning you are, I'm not gonna work with you. You must have personality. Um, most of my models, they all have something that I can work with. You might be one of the most beautiful and handsome model in the world, but
Mm,
if you have zero personality, no client is gonna work with you. So that is what I'm looking for. Long legs, young, tall, but have personality or something to work with. You can be shy, you can be an introvert, but once I see that there is a spark that I can
mm,
work with,
mm.
thank you.
Okay, so how do you approach developing and nurturing the careers of your models you manage?
Um, I do a one-on-one management with my models, my siblings.
Mm,
So they have issues, if they have concerns, they can always come to me that, oh, Mr. Visan, I am sad, or Mr. Visan, I don't know this. So we take development very serious. If you're not fully developed, you're not traveling, you're not doing anything. So, and because that is the most crucial parts of a model's career. If a model is not developed and goes to the European market, there's competition. The competition is tough. The
mm,
competition is high. So you need to be 100% ready. If you're not ready, no matter how long your development process takes, you're gonna wait till you're ready.
mm,
I have a girl, my girls. I scouted her when she was 16, but she's waiting till she turns 18. And now I see that she's ready. Like, she's no longer the shy, introverted girl she
mm.
was before. Or she's grown into a woman. She's 17 now, but at least she's ready. So that development process for us is very important. It can take a year, it can take 2 years.
Okay. Any advice you would give to someone who wants to join your agency or other mother agency?
Um, Modeling is not all you think it is.
Yeah.
There are times where I would stay in my bed and cry, and there
Mm,
are times where the models cry. Like, it's a fun work, it's a glamorous work, but behind the glitz and glam,
mm,
there are the tears, there's the constant traveling, which might be fun for some people, but
mm,
you don't have time for yourself. And you might be a student, might be in school, like it might affect your school a little bit if you're not sharp, smart enough to juggle between school and modeling. Modeling is a fun work. Modeling is very glamorous, but it takes a lot to be a model. You face
yeah.
constant rejection, and you need to be able to handle rejections because this industry, like I said earlier, it is highly competitive. You have more than 1,000 models in town. You have, if you think you're very beautiful, when you go out, you see more beautiful
Yeah.
creatures. I call them
Mm,
creatures. People that
yeah, they are.
are more beautiful than you are. So how do you stand out in the crowd? As a model, first of all, you need to know yourself. You need to find your niche, and you need to be very confident. Confidence is key. If you're not confident, then pretend. Pretend to be confident, and you feel confident.
Mm,
So whenever I sign new models, I always tell them the truth about how it is.
mm.
If you feel like coming to this industry just to make money, then this is the wrong industry for you, because you don't make you do not make quick money, because your first thing you need to pay off your debts with your agencies, and then before earning yourself. So have the passion for it, and develop the passion and create a career for yourself with the help of your mother agent.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that. Uh, what are some of the biggest challenges models face, and how does your agency help them navigate those challenges?
Models, for the ones that don't come from a good financial background or a well-to-do family, I would say money.
Mm,
Um, they don't have money for passports or travel, and sometimes some agencies don't give pocket money, especially for the boys, because they expect most boys to like fend for themselves, and some European agencies they don't really invest more much on boys like they do in girls. So
mm,
it's all back to the models and the model agent and us as the model agent. And me personally, I advance money for my boys, for my models. If they're in Europe, I can provide accommodation for them, so that accommodation for them and all. And then the second challenge is rejection. You need to
yeah.
know in every industry there's rejection, but in modeling, you will face rejection every single day. You
Mm,
might learning, you might have everything you think for a model, but at the end of the day, you see that you're getting rejected for castings and jobs. But you should know that that's not the end of the line. Teach
yeah.
yourself. You might not fit what they are looking for right now. It might take time. Everyone's journey is different. Yours might be slow,
Mm,
but don't mean that you're not gonna make it. And do the little jobs that you have. It's not it for me. It's always numbers. I want my models to work. So
mm,
if you're getting rejected, sit back, look at what you're doing, and try and speak to your mother agent. Try to understand why this is happening and work on yourself. If it's something about personality, work on yourself. If it's something about your work or your skin, you pinpoint things that you feel like you're not doing well and work on it. But rejection should not bring you down because a lot of models are depressed. They face rejection constantly, and that can lead to depression. So you need to talk to somebody, not just your
mm.
fellow model. You need to talk to somebody.
So, how do you handle it, and even criticism? How do you handle it in the industry?
It's something that is part of life. So
Yeah.
if not, if you're not being criticized, that means you're not living because every single day people face
Mm,
rejection, criticism,
yeah.
and you just need to be confident. You need to know who you are. Like I said earlier,
Mm,
like once you are. Have you seen yourself in the mirror? So look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that oh you're it. And if they don't book you, it's their loss. That's what I always tell my models. If they don't book you, it's their loss. They need you. They need
mm.
you to make that campaign work. So it's their loss.
Okay. Wow. How does your agency ensure the mental health and well-being of your models?
Sorry.
How does your agency ensure the mental health and well-being of your models?
We are always in constant talk with our models, and we make our models comfortable enough to speak about anything. It can be some private issues in their life. It can be their sexual health. It can be anything they are going through, depression. And like I said, my models are not just my models. They are like my family. Because Lit Models is a family on its own. And we make sure we educate everyone that is joining Lit that we are one. There's no
Yeah.
segregation. You
Mm,
guys are one, your siblings. So we make sure that they are all friends amongst themselves and they all take each other like one big family. So if a member of your family is sick or down, everybody is there for you. if we lose somebody, everyone will be there for you, and that's how it is. We treat ourselves like one family so that they are comfortable speaking with us. Anything. I'm a mother agent, so I'm like a mother and a father to these children. So
Yeah.
I make sure that their whole well-being are taken care of because their parents are looking up to me to they've given their children, put them in my care, and it is my job to take care of them. And they are going to a different entire world where they know nobody. So anything can happen. So I need to make sure that they are okay because the parents have put them in my care.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that matters. How has the modeling industry evolved in recent years, especially with the rise of social media?
Um, it has evolved a lot. Um, there are times where you will not see a lot of Nigerian models on the runway, and I can
Mm,
say for the male industry, Nigerian models are taking over, and
yeah.
hopefully for the female industry, the industry can do better for us because not a lot of Nigerian girls are making it out there. It's like a
Mm.
seasonal thing,
Is
and
there any problem? Why?
I don't know.
Is there any problem?
I think the industry is they have a fetish for the black skin
Mm,
and not
mm,
the caramel and light skin Africans. If you're black, you need to be Sudanese black, and that's wrong
mm,
because a lot of Nigerian models are not really working the way they're supposed to work because their Sudanese sisters are getting
mm.
most of the jobs because of the color of their skin, and that's entirely wrong. I've had situations where my models told me when they went for castings, they asked them where they are from. They said Nigeria, and they tell them thanks for coming. And that has not happened. That didn't happen just once, about three times, two
Mm.
different. Once they mentioned they're from Nigeria, oh, thank you, and that's it. No, nothing, nothing, and yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and the industry needs to do better in terms of that aspect, and like they have this fetish for the black skin, but overall the modeling industry has evolved a lot. We've seen a lot of changes on the in the industry. We've seen that plus size models are
Yeah, yeah.
coming on.
Mm.
I have two plus size girls, and one should be traveling next year,
Wow.
like us.
Wow.
And well, I can say that there's been like a major
Yeah,
change in the
I hear.
industry, especially
Mm,
with the help of media. Like, something that really helps in terms of scouting,
mm,
for models, and also jobs. There are some jobs that you book because of the audience that you have
mm,
on Instagram as a
mm.
model. Clients want to use your platform. If you have a voice, if you have an audience, they want to use you because of your platform. So yeah.
Okay. Uh, what impact do you think diversity and inclusion have had on the industry?
Um yeah, I think I just answered that, but I would say it again. Um well, it has impacted a lot because people are now seeing the type of body that they want on the runway and not just the sample sized models.
Mm,
Like I said
mm,
earlier, plus size models are getting um more included on the runway and campaigns and all, and women are seeing people people that represents them in terms of their body types
mm.
more, which makes them more confident. And although you can never please
Yeah.
anybody, people want to see more. People want to see when they say plus size, they want to see actual plus sized models, but it's step at a time, one step at a time.
Yeah. Okay. What are the common misconception aspiring models have about the industry? I hope you have them.
You make money.
Mm,
You travel and make money at a go.
mm,
Like they really put you in check.
okay.
You, most aspiring models think that once you get international placement and you travel, you've made it in
Oh,
life.
no,
You're gonna
no,
be
no, no. Mm,
you're gonna be you're gonna make all the money. You're gonna start. No, 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 no. It it takes time. This
yeah,
industry, it takes time. It needs you to be patient and with yourself and with the
yeah,
industry. Some people are lucky. Your first season you get exclusives. The brand, the client pays for everything and also pays you for the job, and you're not owing anybody. But not everybody is as lucky as that. Some
yeah.
might be lucky, book like over 15 shows their first
Mm,
season everywhere. Or the industry take you don't make money immediately. You do not make money immediately, and models need to be realistic. And I always tell my models, this is how it
yeah.
is.
Mm,
Don't and be surprised. Let nothing take you by surprise. This is how it is. So you need to be mentally
yeah.
ready that yeah, that's one of the major misconceptions that aspiring models have.
Okay. Can you share with us a success story of one of your models you've worked with?
Which one?
Yeah, and I know you have. You have great faces, by the way. Cock and Fidelis, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can.
Okay, so um, I have Anok. She's one of my most amazing girls.
Okay.
She's very thoughtful. She's very quiet. She's
Yeah.
on her own, but she's doing
Yeah.
her thing. Started Anok years back. I think we've been together for like 5, 6 years.
Okay.
Um, I've been managing her. She's like amongst one of my first international models.
Mm,
So when I started, she had body fat. She was not there yet. So we took time to develop her. I think it was 8 months before she was ready. She needed to lose weight. She needed to work on herself. She was a very shy and introverted girl. She still is, but she's she was very beautiful. We knew that okay, this is the star that we have in our hand, and
mm,
Anok Anok is the first girl, first daughter, and first child. So imagine like she had a lot of responsibilities. Fast forward after 8 months, she traveled to the UK and she was signed in Paris, Milan, almost everywhere, UK
yeah.
and all. And she did her first job with Valentino,
Wow.
first job with Valentino, and went on to Gucci, did what
Okay.
for Gucci twice, booked their beauty campaign twice, what thousands of euros. She shot a worldwide campaign with Mercedes Benz, and that was a lot. And
Mm,
right now she's just a beauty and campaign girl, working back to back and back to back.
wow.
It's been a long time with her, and
Mm,
she's the breadwinner of her family right now because she's taking care of all her siblings, her
wow.
parents, and she's one girl I'm really, really, really proud of.
Mm,
Proud of her journey, of how far I watched her become a grown woman in my hands, and I'm really proud to be part of her story.
wow. Amazing. I didn't know that. I didn't know her. I think I'll check out her on Instagram.
She's very quiet on Instagram.
Okay. Any top tip of for young models starting their career?
Be confident, know what you want,
Mm,
and yeah, take care of yourself more. Your skin, your catwalk. Although catwalk does not really matter, but as a
yeah.
Nigerian model, you must know how to catwalk because we are the best out there. So you must not follow our hand.
Yeah, I see. What's one aspect of being a talent manager that most people don't realize or appreciate?
The fact we're actually talent managers, most people don't
Yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah.
They feel like our job is very easy, but it's not easy managing young people. I am young.
Mm,
I'm a teenager, so I know what it means to be a teenager. And it's not easy managing people with emotions, especially if you're a young person.
mm,
And when I was 17, so imagine managing people that were like my age
wow.
mates. So, and people that were even older than me also. Because I have
Mm,
some older than me and still is. And so it's not easy managing humans. So
yeah.
to you need to be confident. You need to know what you're doing. Actually, you need to research. You need to know what you're doing. If it's to intern, because me, I have never told a lot of people this, but Yafan models. One day is my boss.
Mm,
Till now, I respect that man
okay.
because I interned with him for like a year, and he took me like his son and taught me basically almost everything I know about talent management and modeling. And I still respect him till now, and I respect his work. And he's still teaching me till now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been 8 years, and I'm still learning a lot from him. So if it's for you to intern under somebody, do that. Learn before
Mm,
venturing. These are people's lives that you'll be tampering with. So you need to learn more about what you're doing before
yeah.
deciding that you want to manage people's lives.
Okay. Uh, can you share with us a memorable moment from your career that deeply impacted you?
Uh, one memorable moment in my career was when I was backstage with my model
Mm,
at Tom Ford.
wow.
And that was last year in September. My girl Gifty, she was working for Tom Ford, and I went for the show with her. Like we are passing the security, and they're like, who are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm her mother agent," and everybody like, "Oh, nice, nice, nice." Give me where to stay, and like, okay, and I felt really powerful there. Like, okay, I have a girl and I'm with her
Yeah.
backstage, and I saw models that I was actually looking up to when I started. Like I spoke with Anok, I spoke with
Wow.
Mona, and it was it
How
was
did you
act-
feel?
it's surreal, and I actually had a haircut backstage. I did not
Mm,
know who was cutting my hair, and
yeah.
when I asked for his Instagram, I'm like, "Is this Dior ambassador?" I can't remember his name, but
Mm,
it was Mbappe's personal barber, and I'm like, okay, this is,
wow.
and that is like one of my memorable moments that I'll forever cherish. Being
Mm,
backstage there, seeing people, the chaos turn into something beautiful. I'm meeting all these people that I've only seen in the magazines or on
yeah.
Instagram, and it was wonderful. Yeah.
How do you balance managing multiple talents while ensuring each model gets personalized attention?
Um, that is quite hard, but um That's why I have a team because
Yeah.
I can't do everything myself. When I used to do everything myself, I used to get overwhelmed at some point, but I have a team that manages the new faces, the main board. I just oversee everything, but I have a team that follows up on the models and make sure that they're okay. And like I said earlier, we treat ourselves like one big family, so everyone is comfortable speaking with the team.
Mm.
And for the long, long models that we've had, they mostly speak with me. So, yeah, I just have a team that handles all of that, so we
Oh,
don't get overwhelmed.
yeah, great work they are doing. Um,
Thank you.
what's one piece of advice or encouragement you'd like to leave with our listeners who dream of breaking into this competitive industry?
Modeling and the fashion industry is very easy and also hard to break into. So you just need to be confident. If you're a model manager, you need to know the kind of faces that you want to model. You need to have like an idea of the kind of beauties you're looking for because everyone's is different. The models I represent is quite different from models like another agency represent. So what I like might be different from what you do. And as a model, you need to understand that also. What agency A likes is different from what agency B likes. So you study their board if you want to join an agency, study the kind of faces they represent. If you fit there, then you apply. If not, keep researching and find the right agency for you. And if it doesn't work out, that is not the end of the road. The fashion industry it's big. There are lots of things to do aside modeling.
Mm,
I would always use my story as an example. I wanted to become a model, but see me managing talent because I just told myself the truth. Modeling is not for me.
mm,
So you you need to be confident and you need to know who you are and why you're doing this. A lot of people are doing this for the money because the fashion industry is worth billions or trillions. So there is more than enough money for everyone. But if you're doing that for the wrong reasons, you might succeed, but at the end of the day, it's not for you. So you need to know why you're a model and you need to know why you're into model management.
okay. How do you handle competition? Because there are very many agencies in Nigeria. Uh, yeah, how do you handle the competition as there are very many mother agencies in Africa?
Like I said, I am not in competition with anyone.
Yeah.
I 8 years experience in the industry, and my work has shown for it. And I I I just handle my thing myself. I don't care who and who or which model is discovered because I know I have amazing models,
Mm,
and know that anybody that wants to compete with me, they're on their own because I don't see anybody as a competition. I have a
yeah,
strong board.
yeah,
So yeah.
awesome. Um, by the way, I'm looking forward to see your faces in January. I know. I think the men's wear fashion week is starting. I think soon by January.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're all traveling on Monday, next upper week Monday.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So
I
you'll see them
appreciate.
soon. We are unveiling our show pack on the 6th.
Mm, I appreciate what you do. By the way, Precious.
Thank you.
How can listeners connect with you or anyone watching? How can they connect with you or learn more about lead model management?
Um, Lit Model Management, we have a website, so just click litmodelmanagement.com, or you go to models dots and search Lit Models. We're on models dots, or Instagram, Lit Model Management. So anywhere, click Lit Model and we'll pop up.
Okay.
And me,
Uh,
you can reach me on my Instagram.
yeah. As we are ending the podcast, I have some 5 fire questions for you.
Okay.
Um, uh, Number one is winter or summer?
Summer.
Okay. Runways, campaigns.
Is that a trick question? Campaign.
You just pick one. Just pick one.
Campaign.
Okay. Nigerian music, Western music.
Nigerian music.
Why?
You have to ask why. Have you heard Nigerian music?
Yeah,
Afrobeat.
I listen. I listen to it.
Ah, so you should know why. Afrobeat is a bomb.
Yeah, it is a bomb. Dollars, pounds.
Pounds.
Okay. Thank you for coming onto this podcast and also accepting the invite.